Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. I want to talk today about, let me get this here, I'm holding it in my hand. I want to talk today about what are we really preparing for? What is the tomorrow that we're preparing for, and kind of building the bridge to that. We're headed back, and this kind of fits into it. We're headed back from my son Brody's hockey. Let's see if it can go. Brody, there you go. You want to say hey to the folks?
Hi.
He's all sweaty. We're headed back from hockey and headed to the house to go from there to my daughter's. She's got a cheerleading competition, and we enjoy all of the activities that we do, that the kids have a chance to do. And how does that fit into, it makes it a busy life, right? Everybody's busy. How does that fit into preparedness, and what kind of life are we preparing for? And how do we go about it? You know, there's, if you've read my books, did that look like snow was falling? Some napkins just fell out of my visor. Do you all keep napkins up in your visor? I do. Anyway, if you've read my books, you've read in there, and it's my slogan that if it all comes to crashing down, I don't want to just survive. I don't want to notice. And people can say, well, how can you not notice? And that's big talk, and that's, let's see, is the sun in your all's eyes? I don't know. We'll just do the best we can here. And how could you not notice? Don't you realize how bad things could be, and blah, blah, blah. Well, if you've read my books, you know that I understand exactly how bad things could be, and I prepare for the super bad stuff. And when you are prepared for the super bad stuff, you are prepared for the kind of bad stuff, right? If it all came down, if the big one hit, the kind of life you're going to live depends entirely on what you've prepared for and how you have prepared. It's like building a bridge across a ravine. If you are just kind of approaching preparedness I'm going to stock up as much as I can, and I've got food, and I've got water, and I've got defensive measures, and I've got, batteries and flashlights, and you're just kind of preparing from where you are to kind of an unformed idea of what may be coming. That's kind of like coming to a ravine and taking a rope and throwing the other end, throwing it across to the other side, and then thinking that you're gonna crawl across that rope to get to the other side. Well, the rope, if you've followed my analogy, the rope's not attached to anything on that other side. You can't crawl across that rope. You might throw that rope across, and it looks like it's laying in a big pile over there on the other side. Hopefully you remember to keep one end in your hand. But you can't climb across that rope. The way that you establish a way from one side of a ravine to the other is to go to that other side, establish anchor points, stretch rope from one side to the other, anchor them both, and then construct a bridge. The other side of the ravine the figurative ravine that we're talking about. The ravine being a big change in your world. Could be, societal collapse. It could be, and I won't go into details on these. I don't have to. You all know. Just extrapolate all the problems that we're dealing with right now, and take them to their eventual logical conclusion. That's the ravine. The other side of the ravine is where you want to be on the other side of it, right? Where do you want to be after a collapse? Where do you want to be? What do you want your life to be like? Okay, where you're standing now is your current life. Well, if you're going to be able to have any kind of decent life on the other side of that ravine, you need to establish those anchor points now and build the bridge to the other side. That's what real intentional preparedness is about. You can't just kind of prepare and say, well, I hope I've got enough of this and that, depending on what's happening, what's coming down the road. You have to intentionally visualize, plan for the kind of life you want on the other side of whatever problems may become. This is why I wrote my books. This is why I described in detail the rebuilding or the establishment of a community, a situation that you can build on to maintain quality of life at the other side of the problem, whatever that problem would be. So, just like we're having a good day today, we're going from hockey, we're going to cheerleading competition, and then we're going to, plant some seeds, and we're going to do a whole lot of work, and I've got things to do this afternoon. I don't intend for my life to change. It'll change in ways, but I don't intend for my life to change in its quality no matter what happens. And I know that people are they're on different parts of the spectrum on this. Some are extremely prepared, some are just beginning, some are not as prepared as they would like to be, but they're working hard at it, and that's good. Wherever you are on that spectrum, having a goal and an understanding of that goal, having a good understanding of what it would take for you to continue to live a quality life is where it starts. That's the foundation. That's the plan. That's the blueprint of it. And then after you have that, then it's just a matter of building, right? Just a matter of building, step by step, just the way a building goes up. Foundation, plans, and then foundation, and then building until you've got what it is you want. So we're coming up to our exit here. And again, I'm not going to show that. But have a good idea. Sit down, kind of review. What is it exactly you're preparing for? It should be for the big one. And how are you doing on that road to preparedness for that? Okay, so that's the thought for today. I'm gonna jump off here, and remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. But an important part of that preparation is the plan, an understanding of what you're planning for, and then an execution of those plans. So you all have a good day. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.